First, I would thank the organizer for the opportunity to speak out a little bit about myself. I'm Franklin Tao. The last 5 years has been an ordeal, from the day I was arrested on August 21st, 2019, to the day of the 10th Circuit Court acquitted the last count against me. That is July 11th. So I spent 5 years. I proved my innocence. So the story started in April 2019. A former visiting scholar falsely accused me of being a spy. Of course, I'm not a spy. A couple of months later, the FBI determined that I was not a spy. And the case should have ended there. But unfortunately, I was arrested as a part of the China initiative. I was the first professor arrested under the China initiative of DOJ. Although I proved my innocence in July this year, unfortunately, the University of Kansas has refused to reinstate me. As you may know, other professors whose cases were brought up by DOJ, eventually DOJ dropped or the judge acquitted them. Their cases are very similar to my cases. Their universities reinstated them, but my universities did not want to reinstate me. I should be treated no difference compared to those professors. So I will continue to fight to be reinstated. I guess I'm going to stop here. I won't say more. My friends suggested me not to say too much because he knows what I want to say is going to shock the academic community. It's going to make some people, some places, looks very, very different. Sorry, it's not the time I can say that.
My name is Feng. I'm Franklin Tao's wife. And thanks this hosting and thanks, this is a great panelist. And thank you very much. And give me this opportunity to share our story. And after 5 years of fighting, the 10th Circuit Court acquitted the Nazi charge against Franklin on July 11th. Justice finally prevailed, and he has been fully exonerated. And this victory would not be possible without the tremendous support we received. We are eternally grateful for the compassion and belief in truth so many of you have shown to us. While this is a victory, it is a bittersweet one. This fight has cost Franklin nearly everything. The wrong prosecution destroyed the academic career he spent 20 years building by working 16 hours a day. Franklin was treated as a criminal when he was in fact an innocent man. He became extremely depressed, had trouble sleeping and eating. Sometimes before he slept, he would say, "I almost wish I could just fall asleep and never woke up again. So I don't need to think about all of this." It was heartbreaking to witness your loved one had to suffer so much because of this injustice. And this fight made us nearly almost bankrupt. The total cost of the legal defense was over 2.3 million. We used up all our savings and took money out from our retirement accounts, borrowed from friends and family we could borrow, and raised funds through GoFundMe. After all of that, Currently, we still owe over $1 million to the law firm. I was the sole income, after May 2020. So I had to work long hours, multiple jobs at different hospitals to just help our family survive. I can't even count how many times I had to work 24 hours straight, and how many times I had to pull off a highway, try to find a gas station to take a short nap, or just use cold water to wash my face to stay awake. One time, I got off a highway. I was completely out and didn't even know where I was. It was scary because I know I had to be okay to be there for our family. Sometimes I feel very desperate. I cried in my car after work, questioning why this was happening to Franklin and our family. Then I had to wipe away my tears and move on. I had to tell myself to stay strong for my husband, my kids, and my family. I feel deeply regret how this affects our children. This all began on the first day of high school. They were actually followed by the drone FBI used to surveil us from the moment they got into a car until the moment they got out at a curbside and walked into school. Our son often cried in his room alone because he didn't want us to worry, and our daughter had to see a psychologist to cope with this trauma. Last year, before they went to college, my son said to me, "Mom, don't worry about us. We are going to start our new life in college. We are going to be fine." There were times both of us thought about suicide. Whenever I thought about this, really make my heart broke. And whenever I think about how much of this has impacted our kids. Despite all of this, Franklin remained fully dedicated to his scientific work, and he has published over 30 papers during these 5 years. Just 2 days ago, one of his papers was accepted by Science. He is such a simple man, just purely loves science, loves his job, and wants to make a contribution to the society. Unfortunately, until today, he is still fighting to get his tenured faculty position back. We cannot choose where we were born or where we came from, but we should not be scapegoated because of our country of origin. 22 years ago, we came to the United States to pursue our American dream. We never thought we would spend 5 years trapped in this nightmare. Our family story is a testament of the privilege, of the power of privilege, and the strength of human spirit, and the importance to fight for the right, what is right. And we are fully committed to ensuring that no one else has to endure a similar ordeal. We look forward to a future where justice is not just a concept, but reality for all. Thank you.